Hello everyone, welcome to e-Vivekaam. Over a period of time, we researched an UPSC pattern of mains questions in trying to recreate possible mains questions which can resolve aspirants' struggle and uncertainty in mains preparation. Here's a list of questions which we should focus with respect to GS1. Similarly, we'll see other subjects also. How UCC can impact the cultural and religious diversity of India, and further, how can we modify it to ensure justice as well as preserving the cultural identities. And the second question is, how gender and caste discrimination impact women participation in the labor force, and what policies we can bring to address both gender and caste biases simultaneously. And the third question is, how far does census help us in identifying and addressing the regional disparities, that is regionalism concept. And the fourth question is, to what extent over-concretization, that is urbanization, was reason for monsoon-related issues, and what are the solutions we can give for that? And fifth question, because of poor waste management system, floods are happening frequently. What are the possible solutions for it? And next question, how urbanization was cause for the rise of informal settlements in India, and what are the challenges involved to improve the living conditions there? And next question, drone Didi scheme, always in news, how does it help in social empowerment of the women? Next, how can we preserve our diversity in face of globalization, especially this third phase of globalization? And what is the impact of cultural homogenization? Explain it in critical way. And how illegal migration and human trafficking differ, and how does they affect India's society and security as whole? These are the 9 questions which we are predicting out of Indian society module. Okay, let's have a look at modern history questions. How Birsa Munda challenged British economic policies and how it influenced later land right movements in India. And next question is, how Mahatma Gandhi drew inspiration from Savitribai Phule, especially in areas of education and caste upliftment. Next question, impact of British colonial policies like permanent settlement, Raitwari system on our farmers, and how does it cause the agrarian crisis in India? Next, why 1857 revolt failed, and compare the Sepoy Mutiny with later mass movements under Mahatma Gandhi. How linguistic reorganization of states after independence affected our national unity and led to regional identity. Next question, in 1920s especially, new ideologies emerged with respect to our national movement. How far the social and economic conditions created by British were responsible for them. And next, tribal revolts of Santal and Munda, how they served as precursor to bigger national movement against Britishers. And contribution of women to India's freedom struggle with specific focus on Usha Mehta. Now we will move on to culture. In preventing the illegal trafficking of cultural artifacts, how far does international agreements and how far does domestic initiatives help to safeguard our cultural heritage? Why geography was the reason for both creation and destruction of heritage sites in India? And what are the modern techniques we used to address the challenge posed by environmental threats and as well as these geographical threats? In spite of globalization, we are maintaining cultural identity. How it is possible, specifically focusing on GI tags. Importance of temple architecture in shaping our India's cultural heritage, and how does modern efforts help us in taking them to global level. Now we will move to geography, where we will see 10 questions. See, we will discuss how to approach these questions, how to create dimensions and all in upcoming videos. For time being, we will stick to probable questions and their demand. Okay, coming to our discussion in geography, the first question is, Arctic ice is melting and how it gonna impact monsoon in our India and global climatic system in general. Next question, La Nina influence on global weather patterns with specific focus on India and how these prediction models are failing to forecast. Next, relation between the tectonic activity and the volcanic eruptions and how such things impact environment as well as humans. Infrastructure failures in major reservoirs and their impact on local economy and food security. And what is the importance of reservoirs with respect to agriculture? Next, importance of lakes in semi-arid regions and how their degradation impacts biodiversity and livelihoods of local people there. Urban heat island, how they change water cycles in the cities and how can they contribute to the urban flooding concept. Next, why Indian Ocean is warming and how it impacts our coastal regions and monsoon patterns too. Next question is, how newly discovered Pontus plate helps us in understanding our Earth's geological history and seismic activity. And what does plate tectonic theory tell us about? Next, geoglyphs and how do they help us in further knowing about ancient civilizations. Next, ice-free Arctic and how it affects global weather patterns, geopolitical dynamics and marine ecosystems in the Arctic region. So with this, we have seen almost around 30 questions with respect to GS1. Thank you.